So then after Gunther walks away, after he scolds his boys, Kofi Claus shows up and is like, I have gifts for you. And even though he said that they were on the naughty list, he still gave them a gift. And of course, Kaiser opens it and it's just a hunk of coal, which pisses him off. And then Kofi goes out to the ring to like hand out random merchandise to the audience.
Yeet. Shirts.
And Imperium come out and beat his butt in the middle of the ring, which then prompts Jey Uso to come out for the save, which I'm like, what is going on here? But
I loved it.
so then we see Jey Uso versus Ludwig Kaiser, which I have a banner about, I think. And
You do.
yeah. So I was excited about this because of who Jey Uso is. Like, he's considered one of the top guys on Raw now. So for Kaiser to have a match with him, I'm like, okay, like, I'm down for this. My problem is, of course, is that it was a pointless match. There was nothing to be gained from this match. And so I don't agree with Jey Uso having to win. Like, I feel like we could have seen him be beaten by, an interference or something. Like, Gio could have tried to help Kaiser win so that at least it was like, it's a win. And because, like, a win helps Kaiser, a win doesn't help Jay. So it's like, to me, I feel like it feels like to me we're getting to that point of Imperium just being that tag team that is just like thrown into random matches to lose. Like, that feels like what their place is right now, and I don't understand it.
I think that's coming to an end. I agree with everything you're saying. That there's no reason Kaiser should have lost there. I
Yeah.
mean, you just had that segment with them. Maybe
Mhm.
it's to bury home the point that they need to fix things. I could see that. But also, I mean, to me that felt like a very face crowd. Like they want to see Jey Uso win and do the up and down with Santa Kofi,
I
and
mean,
it's gimmicky. I know, and we're thinking we're big brain people, Sarah.
mhm.
So we understand that you don't need to bury them right
Yeah.
after that. You can just jump right to chapter one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't need an epilogue or prelogue, tomato potato,
Yeah,
same thing.
it's and that's what it just like is frustrating because like being in a match with a guy of that caliber, it's just like with LA Knight when we were talking about LA Knight and the opportunities he's had with having a match with Roman and tag teaming with Cena and then tagging with Randy, but then maybe he'll have a match with Randy. Like, that's huge for him and like gives him so many credibility points to anybody who might still be doubting him. And I know that Imperium aren't on the same level as LA Knight on Raw, but like having him lose to somebody at the caliber of Jey Uso is not benefiting anybody. Like, it doesn't
No,
make
it's
any sense to me. It was an
no, yeah,
opportunity that they could have just had Vinci interfere and they get a win, and then it was like, okay, cool. Like, they were just scolded by Daddy in the back, and then they immediately go out there and utilize it and are like, okay, we want to show him right away that we're taking him seriously. And instead, they have them. They're just like, we need to make sure that the kids go home happy. Like,
yeah. I couldn't listen. Champ agrees.
all
I'm
right,
with you.
I'm glad.
I just because I don't care. I'm we're too intelligent of wrestling fans at this point. You and I, and just the peeps in general, that we don't need to be hammered home that they need to impress Gunther. No, we
Yeah.
saw that. All right, we want to move on. The heels are rising as we see um in the next banner that they are rising hard because boy, actually, do we have a comment? Oh, okay, it's relevant and
Okay.
newsworthy. Um I heard a rumor that Xavier Woods was pulled off Raw, so that's why Jey Uso helped Kofi because Xavier Woods was not there. I did hear
Yeah,
this too.
I heard that he's injured. Yeah. And I mean, I get it. Like, it was an easy way to get Jay on the show because I guess
Yeah.
if it weren't for that, then he didn't appear like he was going to be on the show until the dark match. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing is like you could have thrown someone else in that position. I mean, look at they had the freaking Creeds help Cody Rhodes. Like, it doesn't have to make sense. This is just like,
Yeah.
it's not even about helping Kofi. It was more so like, let's go help Santa. You know what I mean? So like, you could have sent anybody out there. You chose to send out a guy that like you're acting as if he's untouchable at this point. So like,
Yeah.
it was kind of silly.
Could you imagine? Like Jey Uso would go save Santa.
Yeah.
All right. Like